Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know things look a little different this time around only because now I don't think I'm going to be making candles on my YouTube. I still may, but I don't think I'm going to be not my main focus on it, only because I don't know my true audience, but I do know inside, deep down inside, what I want to do. I want to motivate others. So now I'm going to try something new as far as trying to motivate you guys through my business, as you can see in the back, but only because I feel like of the validation. So like I feel like I'm valid enough to actually motivate you guys. There's a lot of people on YouTube who you know, they try to go in that niche, but I don't think they have the credibility, and it makes it a little difficult to actually get that message across. But I feel like with my background and things that I accomplished for myself, I feel like I can actually help you guys with that extra push, and if not help you guys, help myself to be more consistent, because that's ultimately what we all want. We want the consistency. So we want to be consistent in anything we want to do. So right now, my goal is to be consistent in, you know, filming and doing things for YouTube, and then also not just for YouTube, just for motivating you guys, so I can keep that motivation in me. So I think that's what happens with a lot of things and a lot of dreams. They die because we don't look beyond just the product. So like my product is here. I'm right now on autopilot. I like to call it autopilot because I already know what to do. I make the orders, I do certain things, but sometimes it dies inside of me where it's just like, hey, it's not as fun. It's only because I feel like I'm not motivating others to get the best out of themselves while using my using myself and my pretty much my life. And that's where the true joy comes from my end, where it's just like, hey, I love talking about myself and what I accomplished, and the same steps that you guys have to take I took already, where it's just like, hey, I had to stay up all night and get things and get products and get material and call China and all these other stuff, and like it wasn't easy. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, so it wasn't easy. Like, even building my business, it was not easy. I mean, it was all worth it, but it was not easy, especially coming from like the pandemic era, where it's just like, hey, it was hard to get things. It was hard to actually purchase things. Money was low. Had to find a way to get my printer, like a UV printer, so I could actually print on my candles. Found a wax mold. Had to convince, my candle supplier to actually give me the candle molds at a cheaper price, or break the lot, because like with China, they always sell things in a lot. So it's like, hey, you have to buy 100, but it's like somebody small time like myself, I can't afford that much at that time. But I do know I want to experiment with the molds, and on top of that, like create something that I can actually sell. Eventually I went on to buy multiple molds, because that's how it works. It's like, hey, in the beginning you don't know what you want. I was able to convince somebody from China, hey, can I buy these molds at a discounted price? Also, can this be like a sample? Because that's pretty much what it was. It was a sample. And then once I realized what I wanted to do with the mold, and also the same as the printer, then I was able to actually, combine them and get the whole thing running, so I can actually start my business, which I did. So this is what you're seeing here. And then if anything, if you guys want, you could check out the website. The website should be in the link in the bio. But enough of that. Like, I'm not here to upsell you guys, and I'm not here to be all salesy. What I just want to do is just go over some things that make just go. I'm just here to motivate you guys. So like, I did take some notes. So let me just go into my phone and just go over some topics and certain things. So the first thing I want to say is, if you want to be great, try not overcomplicating it. So that's pretty much it. If you want to be great, try not overcomplicating it. And the reason why I say that, and I chose this topic today, because I think back when I was starting my business, I was overcomplicating the whole process, which set me back. I can't tell you the amount of time it set me back, but I knew I was trying too hard once I got my final result and what I actually wanted to do, what made me profitable. So when I first started candle making, I was overcomplicating the whole thing. I thought I had to be great. I thought I had to look the best. I thought I had to be something that everybody can just ooh and ah over. And that turned out not to be the case. That wasn't my most profitable thing. So when I first started making started candle making, and I started making candles, I was hung up on making it like a 3D image because I felt like a memorial candle should be, somewhat like a 3D image, and that will get people like, emotionally connected to the point they want to buy it. Come to find out, it was a lot of hiccups because I overcomplicated the process. Where now, guess what? If I want that business to work, I had to make sure, knock on wood, the person was, deceased, and then on top of that, it was like I had to get a good image. I had to get a high quality image, but at this time, the cameras wasn't even that good to even provide me with good quality photos to even turn it into like a 3D mold or something like that. And then even with that process, I was sending the 3D mold to the 3D, what is it called, like the 3D model, the 3D model to China so they could print it. But even with that, the whole time frame and the whole turnover process turned out to be weeks and months. So it's like I had to quit that business and then find something else. And then uh, long story short, I stumbled upon doing number birthday candles. So like now, guess what? I'm like I told you, I was overcomplicating the process, but now I went to something that's more simple. I'm thinking this is a little too simple because I'm like, hold on, it's a birthday candle, it's a kid's birthday candle. Who will want that and things like that? And on top of that, Amazon offers so many birthday candles. So like, why would somebody want my candle? And why, how can I make money? So I went in, it sucks at the time, I went in with that mindset, and then I didn't think it was going to be too profitable. But then COVID hit, and then that I turned out to be one of the only candle makers that was actually making candles at that time, because we had you did have Amazon, but everything was slowing up because they couldn't make deliveries. The same thing with Party City. So the only person who was going to risk their life to make a dollar at the time was people who were at home, which was myself. Where it's like, hey, I would sneak out to the post office once I had everything made and I went through the whole process. I started to, during COVID, sneak to the post office, make these things, because now I'm home from work. So like I had all the time to discover how to make it. And then on top of that, take it to the post office. So that at that time frame, my business started to boom. So with that being said, that helped me get to the next level in my life where, hey, now I'm a successful birthday candle maker. So this is why you see this here. This is my stand. I had put it's actually not the side. I had put one in the store before just for display purpose. But for the most part, I do a lot of online sales and things like that. Everybody loves them, but it wasn't. They didn't love it at one point. It was because of COVID, where it's like they had no. COVID gave me my opportunity, but that's what I'm saying. Where it's just like, hey, try not overcomplicating it. Try not overcomplicating what you want to do so you can be successful in somewhere else. So where it's like, just try something simple. What I like to say to myself and I say to others, your stupidest idea is probably going to be your best idea. Because to me, this was a stupid idea, and it turned out to be my best idea. I was like, who's going to want this from an older individual as well, like, because I'm an older gentleman, so it's like, who wants birthday candles, and how can I even pitch that, and how can I, make them feel like they want to buy it from me. So, and then I also have like other notes here where it's just like, overthinking is the enemy of execution. And this is something I believe. So when we're overthinking, and this is going for myself too, because I don't exclude myself from any conversation and, any growth. So even when I'm talking to you guys, I'm also talking to myself. So overthinking is the enemy of execution. And this is why we're here, because once again, myself, I'm overthinking, thinking that I have to be perfect for YouTube, thinking that I need all different types of programs, thinking that I need a camera and I need a ring light and all these things here, and then everything delays me. And then even down to the perfect hat. So it's like I'm thinking I need the perfect hat on. I think I need to be shaved. All types of things. I mean, all those things make it better, but it also it ends the journey right there, where it's just like, hey, you're not even gonna get into this. I didn't even know if I wanted to have coffee or not for this video, but I have coffee here. But it's like, it goes to show you, anything that you, once you start to overthink things, it's just going to, hinder the journey. So it's like, less is better when you're thinking about it at that point, because the less you have is the better outcome you're going to, the better outcome is going to be. Because at this point, anytime we're thinking of something that we need, that's just only going to hinder us from going further in that journey. And then, like everybody always says, and I received this message from several people, because I also listen to a lot of motivational speaking on YouTube and things like that. And I'm not the first to say these things, but it's like, progress beats perfection every time. So, and with that being said, this also takes me back into my business, because I'm glad I started, because I didn't start out with a UV printer. I actually started out with just making it by hand. So I will pour the wax into the birthday candle mold, the number candle mold, and then I would take it out, and then I would design it with just regular paint, glitter, and then a couple of what is that? Paint, glitter, and there's just some like little stickers and outlines of things, but it's like of characters and things like that. But one time, this particular moment, which changed my life forever, where I made a candle, a number candle, and I guess this guy was sent by God, because he actually encouraged me to be better. He wrote something on my Instagram at the time. He said, "Hey, that candle looked like a 5-year-old made it." And then, with me just looking at that and going over that at that particular candle, I remember it was a Steph Curry candle. Everything could have been better. And I knew that already, because I'm not a professional. I was just trying to make money. I wanted to start a business. But he put my mind in a different light, where now, hey, I'm never going to be that guy that makes it perfect by just drawing on it or coloring it or, painting it. So what can I get to make me better or make me, somewhat professional? And then that's when I went to my 99-cent store, or Dollar Tree at the time, whatever it was, saw what they were doing, and then I actually tried to replicate that by doing my own designs. And once I found out what they use, because now, guess what? I went to Alibaba. I went to AliExpress. I went to YouTube. I went to all these things and said, oh, how did they print that onto these birthday candles, these number candles with the outline and everything? And then I came across a UV printer that can assist with that type of thing. But it just goes to show you where it's just like, progress beats perfection every time, because at least I started, so that way I can keep going on with my journey, and then eventually, once I reach that doorstep, hey, it'll be perfect, because that's what happened now. So like, I'll actually wish I can go back to that person and say thank you, because actually you made me, some money just by helping me get better at the things I need to get better at. And then what else do I have? And just clear goals outperform complicated plans. So if you find yourself like, stumbling around, don't have these, these ideas and things like that, do exactly what I'm doing right now. Just get you a phone, get you a paper, get you something where it's just like, you could just plan your day out, plan what you need, plan what you have going on, because clear plans is just always going to be better. Where it's just like, I'm only here right now because I had a clear plan. I wrote this down. I researched some other stuff, and I said, hey, what can I tack on to what I want to say? Because I have things I want to say. I just don't know my plan. And then now I'm here because it's like, hey, I know what to talk about. I know what to discuss. I know what to go over. And I know what things I should be working on and what things I should communicate to you guys, as far as like, how do I want to motivate you guys with the things that I already know in my business and trying to get further. But if you guys like what you guys hear and you guys want to hear more of it, just like,